mean, it's not timed because you're fucking potato. But, you know.
Hello and welcome.
Look like a potato to you guys because we're now crispy.
I think we're crispy. We'll see. We'll see which version we use.
I'm pretty crispy.
To the PhazeCast. On today's episode, we'll talk about the Mandalorian a bit. We'll talk about some other stuff a bit. But first, if Kirby eats a hot man, will he turn into a hot man? Joe, your thoughts?
No, he'll just get the powers of a hot man.
What are the powers of a hot man?
Nothing.
Being hot?
To gaslight?
Gatekeep?
No. Girl boss.
That's not what a hot man does.
I mean...
But this is a question posed by I think it was a Kotaku article that I saw today. Would he turn into a hot man?
Is this what we've become?
Yeah, for now.
Kotaku articles.
Humor me about the Kirby thing.
Okay.
Because what this came from in general was a interview with the director of Kirby, about how his powers work. Which was another article that I saw. I saw the whole interview, and he mentioned that what is inside of Kirby. Joe, you want to know what's inside of Kirby?
An infinite void.
Dreams. It's fucking dreams.
What?
Dreams. It's dreams.
No, can't be. Doesn't make sense.
Why not?
How's it dreams?
What?
How's it dreams?
I mean, I don't know. How is anything anything?
Infinite void of endless destruction.
Inside Kirby, there's just destruction?
Yeah. How he eats something, and you see, Kirby, in my opinion, is the galaxy, nay, the universe's great destroyer. Because what he does is he consumes things, takes their powers temporarily, but when he loses them, what do they become, Eric?
What are the people who he consumes become?
The powers and the people, what do they become?
Well, the people just get spit out of his butt.
That's not true at all. That's not what happens. Kirby has no butt.
Oh, you're right. I guess that's only in Super Smash Bros. That you come out the other side. In all the Kirby games, you just get consumed. Oh my god.
And if you do somehow get out, what are you?
You shell of a man.
Star. You're a star.
Oh yeah.
He shoots out stars. Kirby is the universe's reset. He takes matter, consumes it, and turns it into stars.
Kirby's like creating black matter in his stomach.
Yeah, did you see the Kirby Ultimate in Super Smash Bros?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like super compressing matter inside of Kirby.
Yeah, and he's creating stars.
I don't know. I guess, yeah, he is creating stars, but they're not like stars. They're like fun stars. You know? Like
they become a different type of matter. It's Kirby's purpose in the galaxy, in the universe, in this cosmic thing we call life, is to reduce life to stardust once again.
Well, the director of Kirby...
Oh, what did the director say? What's the canon reason? Sorry.
Well, no, the canon... It's that it's made of dreams. He had no better answer than that. But with regard to becoming a hot man, he said that he might take on a hat, but that he would not become the hot man. He would not get a hot man face. But that does beg the question: what would the hat look like? Would it be like a leather face, like skin stretched across it hat? That
I mean, it would just be. It doesn't have to be. It could be just the hair of the man he ate. That happens. He eats Little Mac. What happens?
Yeah, he gets. Yeah, but so, and then that
he eats Donkey Kong. What happens? Gets tie in a hat.
He gets a little tuft. He gets a little
tie
tuft.
in hair. Yep.
But then that sort of then raises further questions about like how does he copy because it's a copy ability, but really
copy.
It's called copy, but you do make a good point that it doesn't really copy. It consumes.
It does. He has the ability to copy. If he decides, no, the world needs you still, you can shut up. You can just. But we have seen him create life too. When you swallow an evil Knuckle enemy, he becomes the ally Knuckle Joe at the behest of Kirby.
So
Kirby
you're
can not only destroy life, he can create life.
so you're saying that Kirby is making
Yes.
a conscious choice to destroy.
Yeah. Yeah. Kirby is a being whose hunger is endless. And that is what drives him. But that does not mean he's a one-dimensional character. He has
Who do you
friends.
who do you think is a bigger danger, Galactus or Kirby?
Kirby! 100% Kirby!
What about the prince from Katamari Damacy? Out of those three.
See, here's the thing. It's still Kirby. Because if Kirby sees the prince, and then he too can roll the world up into a ball.
Oh my god.
Kirby's power is to take other people's powers. Copy ability is one of the strongest abilities out there. That's why Mega Man is so strong and cool. But the only reason that he's not like a monster is because he can only copy other machine abilities. Can't copy people. Kirby is beyond not only biological copying, but he can control the inner mechanisms of a car with his tongue. I need you to think about that. Like Kirby is a monster. The only thing that is stopping me from being afraid of Kirby is knowing his nature and how he will act.
Yeah, have you seen Kirby right back at you? He's an adorable little guy. He's not gonna harm anybody.
Well, he's murdered several hundred people, actually. You think those Waddle Doos and Waddle Dees are fine after he heats them up? No.
What's his relationship with the Waddle Doos and Waddle Dees? Because sometimes he's just living in their town, just hanging, and other times
Eric,
he's killing them all.
You racist. Well,
what
Eric,
do you mean?
You racist. Not all Waddle Dees and Waddle Doos are the same. Some people work for King DDD, and some people work for Meta Knight when Meta Knight's bad or good sometimes. He likes to flip.
I see. So it depends on the village of Waddle Doos that he comes across.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Well, I'm glad that we cleared that up, Joe. I sent you a picture, too, of Kirby next to a Superman. And that is how this question, I guess, came up in the interview, is that the director had to explain that Superman behind Kirby is not Kirby himself, but how Kirby would perceive a superhero. So he would not turn into that man if he consumed that man.
He'd have that hair, though.
He might have the hair, yeah. Or
He'd
a
have
hat
that hair.
with the skin of that man stretched across it.
No,
Texas
they don't do
Chainsaw
that.
style.
They don't do that. That's not how Kirby's powers work. See, Kirby, one of the other things about Kirby is that he makes it so he does not see monsters to, lull you into the dream, some would say. That is Kirby being a force of good and not just a force of chaos and reproduction.
Okay.
Reconstruction, not reproduction. Although he does reproduce via copying and making new life.
But they're never Kirby's. They're always Knuckle Joes.
He doesn't need to make another Kirby. Kirby's a god. Why would he need to make another Kirby?
Now I am become Kirby.
Mm-hmm. He eats a jet person and makes another jet person. There's so many things with that.
Yeah,
the only reason King DDD is alive is because Kirby allows him to live. Who survived? Okay, new Smash Bros. Game, right? Who's the guy who survived all the fighting? Who's the one guy you get to play as he goes? Yeah.
I thought that was just because HAL Laboratories made it. They like Kirby because they're Kirby people. But I guess that you may have a point there. Mm-hmm. The Mandalorian.
Yep. Now we're on the Mandalorian. Okay. Cool. Go on.
I still haven't finished the last episode. I just was thinking.
What the fuck? You've had a whole day.
When it comes to, I've been busy. When it comes to,
yet here I am with you.
When it comes to cute little guys, mm-hmm. we have Grogu growing up now.
Just trying to be a cute little guy,
which is an interesting thing because I've appreciated in this season so far getting to see Grogu grow up a little bit, but they can't make Grogu grow too quick. Because if Grogu grows too quick, then it's kind of not the way that species works. They live to be 900.
They're not going. I mean, first off, you don't know when puberty hits, and you don't know when like adulthood hits. Just because their entire length of age is long doesn't mean that they stay pubescent for like the same length of period.
True, fair.
That especially
You're right.
in fantasy. Like, look at elves.
Yeah, that's
Look
true.
at
That's a
fucking
good
elves,
point.
man.
What about elves?
Like elves in fantasy, they like, oh, I'm 20 and I'm like an adult, but I can also live until I'm 7,000 years old. Like
Yeah, that's true.
That's just fantasy. And even though Star Wars is sci-fi, it's pretty fantasy.
Yeah, I'd say really it's more fantasy than sci-fi most of the
It's
time.
fantasy with a sci-fi, cape on. It's got a sci-fi. It looks sci-fi because we make it sci-fi, but it can easily fit into just magic and normal swords.
Yeah, you're right. So in that case, you could see Grogu start talking like this season, which would be neat.
I mean, he'll say, no, I don't think so.
I think it's time for Grogu to get a job.
No, stop. Grogu just got a Rond. I don't know if he got that far. He got a Rond. Like, which is, it's like the middle part that's like part of a shield.
Oh, no, I didn't get that far. I got to Ahmed Best fighting as a Jedi.
Yeah, that was
Jar
good.
Jar Binks.
Good to see Ahmed Best living his best life.
Oh!
That's terrible. That's terrible. Don't applaud me. Not all heroes were gay.
It's kind of sad that he wasn't always living his best life.
To be fair, he was a racial caricature. And
yeah,
I still think the Gungans are kind of a mistake. That whole episode 1, man. I mean,
yeah.
Is that illegal? I don't think so. I don't think it is. That was my Newt Gunray impersonation and nothing else.
Yeah. Can you do it again? Can you do it a second time?
Hold on. I want to make sure it's a Newt Gunray quote that I do. So, just in case someone...
just in case it's Lot Dodd or something.
Yeah. Someone... You don't want people to get, confused with a misquote. You got to make sure the quotes are correct on Star Wars.
Don't they say something like they're breaking through the door? When they're like breaking through the door.
They're breaking through the door.
He's like, there are defenses.
Yes. Hold on. What about the senator from Naboo? Is she dead yet? I am not signing your treaty until I have her head on my desk.
How did that get past so many people?
I don't know. Why is Watto also a racial stereotype?
Yeah. What's going on in episode 1? Why
it's not good, okay?
When they gave George Lucas free reign, that's what they ended up with?
Listen, man. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes George Lucas has a lot of ideas. He just needs to get focused by somebody else.
Yeah,
which is why I enjoy all the newer Star Wars content, even though people are like, it's blah. Oh, shout out to every Star Wars fan who watches our show. Your taste is trash, and you're probably the reason why Star Wars is terrible.
What?
Yeah.
You're one of them.
I know.
One of them.
I know.
My taste is just
trash.
My taste. It's just
your taste. Your taste is absolutely trash.
Name several reasons.
Several reasons?
I was thinking about this recently, Joe. Okay. Because you're always like, oh, Eric doesn't like a specific Bjork album. What's wrong with that, man? What is wrong with a specific artist, specific time period resonating with you more than others? You can like certain paintings.
Here's the thing about it, right? Is that you put on airs and up on a pedestal specific versions of things and say you're a fan, but then shit on anything else they ever do. So that's so true. You can't even deny it. You can't even deny it.
I think that I'm
giving you a platform, but you do.
Okay, there are examples too where like that just doesn't matter to me, right? Like The National is a band that I really like, and I feel like as long as The National shows up and doesn't like completely miss the mark, I'm cool with it. They just do their thing. It's great.
Mhm.
Bjork is not one of those cases, but that also is because Bjork is a very adventurous artist, and I respect that she takes chances. Sometimes I'm not as crazy about those chances as other times. That's okay. It's okay to feel that way, right?
It is, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just, accept your trash. You have to accept it. Listen, I'm a big fan of cheese, right? Cheese is
Uh-huh.
easy to consume. It's not complicated, but it brings me joy. So sometimes it's okay to like something that's cheesy and shitty. That's fine, but you can't try to put on airs about it. You can't try to make it more than what it is. Don't ever do that. That's when you need to take about 10 steps back there. And I
More than
feel,
what is cheese?
yeah, yeah, the day it's fucking cheese is the metaphor I'm trying to get to your goddamn skull. You know?
Cheese.
Let's look at
Cheese, grommet.
I'm trying to think of a specific thing now that
Cheese.
you've just been like, oh,
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
literally,
ahead.
we can drag this into the ground again, but Star Wars, Mister, I want
Okay.
more, or Game of
Okay.
Thrones, I need more, like without any real reasoning or any real thing other than feeling. You have just said I need more and this, and I need talking, even though
Those
they've done show and not tell. But
those
I don't want to
characters
bring.
those
Go on.
characters' final season were not well developed. From a writer's standpoint,
From a
from
writer's
a
standpoint and from a viewer's standpoint, you could easily see that that's just because you. And here's the thing: it's because you like them and you want either the best for them, or if they are to change, because that's what characters do, you want it to be this big dramatic thing when it just kind of happens. Change just kind of happens.
I think that when you're writing a character, you need more justification for their actions than what I saw in the season of Game of Thrones. But I don't want to go down this road again, Joe.
Because
I'm
you have
tired.
zero proof. I
I'm
have all
tired.
the proof. You
how is
refuse to argue.
no? I'll argue it again. I think that that's what it is. That's what it is. From a strictly technical standpoint, it is lazy to send characters from plot point to plot point without having any development in between. It doesn't
But
make
there
any
was
sense.
development in between.
There
You
was
just
not.
refuse to acknowledge
There
the
wasn't.
development.
There wasn't.
You literally refuse to acknowledge the development. That's the issue. And when you do acknowledge the development, you say, "But I need more." Less crispy. I need to refocus my camera. There we go.
How come it's doing that today?
I don't know. It's being weird. I think it's because I'm like more animated, moving back and forth and being in different positionings. Um, but we can look at music too if you want.
All right, fine.
I mean, I
Which?
said if you want Weezer.
What about Weezer? I like Weezer.
You like early Weezer specifically.
Of course, that's the good stuff. Nobody liked Ratitude. I'm sorry, Joe. Nobody liked Ratitude.
There's two songs in Ratitude I like. The White Album was okay.
The single is all right on Ratitude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The single's all right. The first one.
I enjoy Red.
The Red Album's all right.
And honestly, this is the thing. I think I enjoy Red as a full album more than Blue, and this is the reason why. Is because Blue's tone is the same throughout.
Yeah, Red's a little all over the place.
Red's all over the place. I kind of like that. I like that it's Blue. Like you can have an album have the same like tone and like tell a story. Obviously, that's great, but
Blue doesn't really
Blue
tell a story.
Feels
though.
like one long song with nonsense in between.
Yeah, it does,
including the part where it's like I think it's the sweater song. We're like, oh, dude, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Like that is great, and I love it. But it's the epitome of like this is what the album is. It's just a bunch of dudes at like a college party talking to each other, and
I see your point.
Mm-hmm.
I see your point.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a fair point. I think that the thing, and Pinkerton tells a story well. I don't know. I think when it comes to Weezer, that's just that I feel like the thing is that Rivers Cuomo as a young man was going through some stuff that I can identify with at various points in my life.
Mm-hmm.
and those albums sort of like personify those feelings. Well, not personify, I guess that's the wrong word, but they sort of represent those feelings.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way about the stuff after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's an age thing and like a timing thing.
Yeah.
But from from a technical aspect and from some song aspects, like haven't really changed much. They're the same.
It's
Like,
true.
have
It's
changed,
true.
the same.
Actually, you know,
So-
that's the thing. That's the thing that I will defend Weezer on. I will die on the hill that anything has really changed, because people are like, oh yeah, you know, the songwriting used to be so much better. It's like, no,
If
just-
you want to destroy my sweater,
I think the thing is, it just resonates with me more, and I think a lot of people.
yeah. But also it's an age thing. I feel like
It is, yeah.
you get stuck on the thing that you cared about and don't like new things enough.
Me?
Yes.
I gave T-Pain a shot.
It was good though. I had to force
Yeah.
you. I had to force you.
You did
You're
not
like,
have to force me.
There's no way this is good. And I'm like, I won't
No,
play
listen,
a song.
T-Pain's a good producer, man.
Also, he's a great singer. You should really listen to the Tiny Desk concert. It's amazing.
Okay, well.
And on the opposite end of the phase world, friend of the channel / Phase on Gaming, Kevin Kazooie, he strictly only wants new things. That's all he wants to ever do. He's like, only new. New is better. And I'm like, what is this weird approach from both of you? It's because you guys hang out too much. You want, like, he's annoyed by you clinging to all the old things, and he's just like, I want new things all the time. But you, Mr. Oh, I don't like old things with your fucking vintage collection behind you.
I've had this shirt for like 15 years.
Jesus Christ.
It's the Clockwork Orange. I haven't even watched this movie in like 15 years.
You should probably get new clothing if it's been 15 years. I'm just saying. You should probably, like, you're a married adult now. You should have clothing that.
I have other clothes.
Just because it fits doesn't mean you should keep it.
I didn't have to leave the house much today for work, so I just put on my old shirt because it's comfy. It's
true.
extra large. And that
so is this
works.
And so is this guy right
here.
here.
Who are these guys on your shirt?
It's the New Day. You've seen them before. We got Big E. We got Xavier Woods.
Like Biggie Smalls.
Just Big and then the letter E.
Okay.
Big
confusing.
E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston.
Are they a band?
Kingston. They're the New Day. Yes, they are.
Is that a band?
It's a stable in wrestling. They're wrestlers.
What?
They're all wrestlers.
And then they play it. They play the.
Xavier Woods plays the trombone, and sometimes he uses it in wrestling.
What?
Yeah, he'll hit people with the trombone. He'll chuck trombones at people.
Are they like a tag team group?
Yeah, they're a stable. They're a group. A group is a stable in wrestling. It's called a stable. And they're several time tag team champions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They're awesome. They're fucking awesome.
And I saw a comment the other day. Somebody wanted to know what shirt you were wearing in a video.
When?
Sorry, I saw the comments, but it's
a One Piece video. You can't read the One Piece video comments. You know.
Of course, there's a One Piece video. That's all anybody ever comments on.
Oh my god! What shirt would I be wearing? It's just a shirt.
I don't know. I mean, you're always wearing some shirts that make me go.
Shirts.
They make me go, what the fuck is that?
I got like Dave Matthews Band shirt. I got like a Steven Universe shirt. I got like
there it is. It says red state. This one.
I can't fucking see that. Oh, that's a brewery shirt. That's a brewery shirt I have.
Okay. I really need to get a new phone screen protector.
You need a lot of things. Okay? Let's be real. Eric, we're winding down here, right? We're reaching the time. So I've decided.
Is it time for the rapid fire round?
It's rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Okay, what?
Are you ready? If you could replace all the grass in the world with something else, what would it be and why?
Jello. I don't know. It's just the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, just all grass is Jello now?
That wouldn't do well in the heat or the cold. Sorry, hold on. Let me think harder. I would replace it with money.
And then the economy goes crazy and everything means nothing. I like it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. If animals could talk, which species would be the rudest?
I saw a tweet from I think it was Wint, the classic tweeter,
Uh huh.
that
Uh huh.
said that if dogs could talk, I bet they would say some like real racist shit that blows human racism out of the water. And I thought about my littlest dog, Agent Cooper, and
Uh-huh.
how she always kind of strikes me as like a little bit of a bastard, and that if she could talk to me, she'd be mean. But
Oh. Oh.
I think I don't know. I think dolphins are bastards.
Yeah, I would go dolphins too. Dolphins are killer whales. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's a
Hmm.
good one.
Would you rather own a horse the size of a cat or a cat the size of a mouse?
Duck-sized horse thing again. Horse the size of a cat or a cat the size of a mouse.
Hmm.
Horse the size of a cat or a cat the size of a mouse. I'd rather get a cat the size of a mouse. That'd be fun. I'd show that
No,
off.
you think that little fucker would be going around everywhere fucking shit up except tiny? You can't see him.
You're right.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go horse size of the cat. I'd
Yeah,
rather
you're
do
right.
that.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny too. You
Mhm.
could have a baby ride it.
Yeah. You can make one of your body parts detachable without any negative repercussions. What body part would it be and why?
Well,
What body part would it be?
well,
And why?
my brain, of course, went first to my dick.
To your dick. Okay,
Obviously,
why? Why would you
I
detach
don't
your
know.
dick?
I don't
What
know.
would be the purpose of detaching your dick?
It just would be funny. It'd be a funny trick. It would work better, back in the day as a single man. It would be a fun,
Mhm.
nobody would be
Sure, yeah.
expecting it.
No, yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh,
just when you're by yourself, it'd be fun because you'd be like,
oh.
but realistically, that was just it's like the Jello thing. Sorry, it's just Jello and dicks.
Oh, God.
I
Oh,
guess I guess
dicks. That's the
I
name of
guess
the
my
episode,
head.
everybody. Your
I guess
head?
my head
You throw
because
your
then
head
I could
around?
I could see stuff. If I was like, oh, I can't see this concert, I would just like fucking.
Oh, someone knocks you though, and your head just goes rolling everywhere, and you can't. Here's
Well,
the thing. Here's the thing about like removing your head, because I thought about this too. Right? Is that like your body can't tell anything else. So if you lose like you'd have to see where your body is and then focus on moving correctly. And like I think that would just fuck up your. I guess there's no negative. I don't know.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
so we're saying that it detaches and it doesn't ever like come back on,
No,
right?
it can come back on. It's just your body's gonna be like trying to move your body without being on top of it. I feel will be hard.
What body part would you detach?
Oh, I'd go this,
Oh, why'd you
my
do it like
from
that?
elbow
I'd
up.
go.
No, from elbow. I detach from my elbow, so my arm and
Yeah.
the forearm.
Yeah. Okay. And
Mhm.
then what? Open doors and shit.
Yeah, I can open doors. I could have my hand walk across something and like grab things and move things. I could take my hand off with my other hand and beat somebody up with my arm. I think that would
That'd be
be.
fun.
I think that'd be fucking dope. I just increase the range. I could do the rocket punch. I would just do this and have my whole arm go rocket punch, and then just fucking watch it go.
That's a good, yeah. And you'd surprise people with that too. It would
Yeah.
be probably even better than your dick, though. By the way,
Mm.
I was just thinking, just a ball sack flying around. That would be hysterical.
Oh god, no. Oh.
I mean, not that would be useful in any way, but it'd be kind of
Hey,
funny.
Final question to wrap this up, and it kind of has something to
Uh-huh.
do with what we already talked about. If your pet could talk, what's one thing they could say that would completely ruin your image?
That they could say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my god."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. What about you? Have you got something lined up for this? I got to think about this.
My pet's dead. So
Let me ask you a question about your question. If there is something that my pets could say that would completely ruin my image, why would I say it on our podcast? Why are you just trying to ruin my image, Joe? I don't really know. I feel like it would be something
there's
about
not an image to ruin, but go on.
I mean, yeah, right? Well, yeah, that's true. But I don't know. It'd be something about how often I don't wear clothes around the house. Probably.
Oh
Not that would really ruin my image, but it might ruin your
God,
image.
I miss not wearing clothes around the house. I will say,
Roommates, man.
roommates. I listen when I lived with Shy Rob and Kazooie. There was this agreement: shorts are fine as long as you had shorts. Everything else was optional.
That's all right.
Yeah, and
It's
you know
better
what?
than nothing.
In Arizona, shorts and shirtless. That's the way to live. That's the way to be,
It's true.
man. That's the way to
It's true.
be.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. Probably my dogs have seen some shit.
Probably a porn. Probably what you do
I
in that
guess
weird little room of yours that you keep all your collectibles.
I'm in that room right now. This is what I do
No,
in
the
here.
other room.
My office?
Yeah, your office. What do you do with all those toys and shit you collect?
I
Weird
don't
little
jerk
room of
off in my
yours.
office.
That weird little room of yours. Anyway, everybody, thank you for spending some of your time with us. It's been great to have you here on the PhazeCast. We're
Who
crispy
knows
now.
if
At least we should be. Thanks to the
yeah, who
good
knows
friends
really.
at Riverside. Riverside, recording your data and video locally, so that way all of your videos can come out crispy, even with potato quality like this guy over here.
I'm gonna put you on the other side just to make you look stupid. We'll see you on Friday for
Over
another episode of One
here.
Piece, followed by Monday for another episode of One Piece,
Set sail.
followed by Wednesday for another podcast,
Yeah.
followed by a Smash or
That's-
Pass PowerPoint.
Are we doing a Smash or Pass? Do you have one?
I don't know. I got no ideas right now, but
Mm.
people seem to like those sometimes.
Yeah, it's been a bit. We could probably lay it down, to smack it down. I think though that we are slowly turning into a One Piece channel, and you're welcome. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.